For nearly 1,000 years, Rome stood as the beating heart of civilization, a city of marble, power, and glory, stretching its reach across continents. From the deserts of Africa to the cold hills of Britain, all roads led to Rome. In the Colosseum, crowds cheered as gladiators fought for honor. In the Senate, men debated the fate of nations. Rome was more than an empire. It was an idea, a dream of order, power, and eternity. But no empire, no matter how great, lasts forever. Beneath the gold and marble, cracks began to form. Greed infected the Senate. The rich grew richer. The poor starved in the streets. Emperors changed faster than seasons, each one desperate for power. Armies were paid in gold that no longer existed. Rome had conquered the world, but lost control of itself. Luxury replaced discipline. Politics became corruption. And the people, once proud, began to lose faith in Rome's destiny. In 285 AD, Emperor Diocletian faced a crumbling empire. The borders were too vast, the enemies too many. His solution was simple and fatal. He divided Rome in two. The Western Roman Empire ruled from Rome, proud but decaying. The Eastern Roman Empire ruled from Constantinople, rich and strong. For a time, it worked. But what was once one empire became two competing worlds, East against West, brother against brother. The unity that made Rome strong was gone forever. Beyond Rome's borders, the world was changing. Tribes once feared now grew powerful. The Goths, Vandals, and Huns. Pushed by hunger, war, and the march of the Huns, they looked toward Rome. The shining city, weakened and divided. Armies that once defended the empire were now filled with foreign mercenaries, men who fought not for Rome, but for gold. The enemies of Rome no longer feared the empire. They saw opportunity, and soon they would take it. The empire's greatest danger came not from beyond its walls, but from within the palace itself. Weak emperors ruled through greed and fear. Generals turned against each other. Soldiers deserted their posts. And the Senate, once noble, was drowning in betrayal. The mighty legions that once brought order to the world now turned their swords on one another. Rome was tearing itself apart. In the year 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. The Visigoths, led by their fierce king Alaric, broke through the city's defenses and entered Rome. For 3 days, the eternal city burned. Temples were looted, streets filled with fire, and the cries of the dying echoed through marble halls. No army came to save Rome. For the first time in 800 years, the empire's heart had stopped beating. The empire limped on, a shadow of its former glory. Provinces fell, armies vanished, and Rome's light began to fade. Then, in 476 AD, it ended. A young boy, Romulus Augustulus, sat upon the throne, the last emperor of the West. When the barbarian leader Odoacer entered Rome, the boy was spared, but his crown was taken. No ceremony, no battle, just silence. And with that, the Western Roman Empire was gone. What followed was chaos. Roads crumbled, cities emptied, and the known world slipped into darkness. The Dark Ages had begun. The knowledge of Rome, its art, its science, its order, was lost to time. But not forever. In the East, The Byzantine Empire survived, guarding Rome's memory. And centuries later, from the ashes of the empire, new nations would rise, each claiming to be the true heir of Rome. The story of Rome is more than history. It's a warning. Great empires do not fall in a single day. They fall slowly from within, through greed, corruption, division, and pride. Rome's downfall reminds us that power is fragile and that even the greatest civilizations can vanish when they forget what made them great. Yet, the ruins of Rome still stand, silent, eternal, whispering to every age that rises after, "Remember us, learn from us, for no empire lasts forever." The story of Rome is more than history. It's a warning. Great empires do not fall in a single day. They fall slowly, from within, through greed, corruption, division, and pride. Rome's downfall reminds us that power is fragile, and that even the greatest civilizations can vanish when they forget what made them great. Yet the ruins of Rome still stand, silent, eternal, whispering to every age that rises after, "Remember us, learn from us, for no empire lasts forever."
The last Roman emperor, a boy named Romulus Augustulus, watched as his crown was taken away by barbarians. The empire that had ruled the world was gone.
The fall of the Roman Empire, a warning written in stone.